Hi guys, welcome to Coco's channel. I am going to have a discussion today that I believe needs to be had. A lot of commentators have discussed this topic that I listen to, but I don't think that they're honest. I think they try to beat around the bush a little bit, and I don't think they get to the point. I think they get their point across, but in a roundabout way where you just want them to really come out and say it. So I'm going to do my best to do so and not get kicked off of YouTube, okay? So I have made some notes. I'm driving home from work. It's currently about 9 o'clock in the morning. Had a rough night. But I did manage to take some notes on the topic I wanted to discuss today. So here we go. So this is an episode that I'm calling episode 1 of Coco's show, or whatever. I mean, my damn YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it. Coco is what it's called. But the title of this video is, I'm sure you read it, was Trump and the Apocalypse. What do you mean, Trump and the Apocalypse? Well, we're going to get into it. So, first of all, there's a big question that needs to be answered, and I don't know even if you can answer it, but are we in the apocalypse? What is the apocalypse? I mean, the Bible talks about it in Revelations, the apocalypse. It's when the Antichrist comes, and, you got 7 years on earth, the rapture, all that. Well, Revelation does talk about the end of times, and I'm not going to get into a lot of detail about that. I know it. Do I know it enough to be able to convey it to somebody else? Probably not, but it does have a lot to do with what, I want to discuss today. So, I guess you guys have noticed that, times are changing. And it's almost like you can sense it in the air. If you were to go back 10 years ago, even pre-COVID, say 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and you were to tell somebody what's going on today, do you think that they would believe you? Would they believe that this virus came out of China or wherever it came from and, killed all these people on earth and made people stay in their homes and basically shut down the world? Would you believe it? Probably not. And that's just one example of the many things that have happened that, we never would have thought would have happened before. Things have gotten crazy, and I'm afraid that things are going to get a lot crazier. So, if I could give any advice to my friends and family, be prepared. Like, just prepare yourself. And I won't beat around the bush like other podcasters do. Like, be prepared as in get your food ready, get your guns ready, get your ammo ready. Have a place for your family to be safe. That's what I mean. You can control you, but you can't control everybody else. And, when the grocery stores shut down, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be out of control, okay? And so, anyway, take that what you will, but, so, one of my questions that I've often thought about is, since Biden came into office, there were rumors going around in the Q world, y'all know what I'm talking about, that it's all theater and show. And this would make a lot of sense. And I've gone back and forth, England has the Queen of England. And basically, I mean, they don't do much, but they're like the face of England, But as far as policies, they don't have anything to do with that. So, think Think about it. Is that what Biden is now? Is it theater? I overheard somewhere that Tyler Perry had a set in Atlanta that's where Biden would go and have his press briefings or whatever, like when he would talk to the nation. I mean, is it true? I don't know, but it would make sense. I mean, think about it. He's a puppet, so obviously, obviously he's not running the country. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. He is not running this country. His wife, somebody, whether it's Obama, I have no idea, but it ain't that man, okay? We all know that's clear. So, is it a theater? Possibly. Possibly is. So, the way that I want to turn this to Trump is, when I first heard Saturday evening, I was on my way to work, that he had been shot. The first thing that came to my mind was that he had planned it. And, I kind of kept that until I heard different. I mean, I really didn't think for sure that but it did cross my mind that he could have set it up. There was way too many coincidences for him to be able to be the one that planned this. This was planned, but it wasn't by him. And I seriously doubt it was planned by a 20-year-old kid either. I mean, come on. I have a 22-year-old son. He would never do anything like that, but, that takes a lot of damn planning. And for you to be able to walk a half a mile with a rifle from your car with a ladder to a roof where they're having a ex-president speak. I mean, come on, guys. There were so many failures. And I heard this other guy on a podcast. I watch Timcast every evening. And this guy on Tim Pool, he was wearing a suit that looked like bricks. I think they call him the brick guy or something. I don't know. But anyway, he's like, I don't think this was planned. I don't think anybody's behind it. I think that, it was just a bunch of failures, and that happens sometimes. These kind of failures on top of one another, yeah, I don't think so. So, all that being said, thank God Trump lived. Thank God he turned his head. That was a hand of God, if you think about it. I mean, he came a hair's length of having a bullet go through his head. A hair's length. Just because he turned at the right moment. Just amazing. And he was very somber when he spoke at the RNC. Very somber. That affected that man. But that man has some balls of steel. You hear me? Balls of steel. For him to want to continue, I mean, he literally almost lost his life over democracy. And that's how much he loves this country and loves us, if you think about it. I mean, I don't worship Trump by no means. But is he what we need for the nation? Yes, he is what we need. He's a businessman. Think about it. If America is a corporation, who better to run it than a businessman? So that being said, there was a song. Trump's he loves music. And I've heard stories about anytime, like, you go to his house, he always has music playing and he controls the music. Anytime, I'm sure at all his rallies, he controls the music and he loves music. So, if you notice at the end of the RNC, and you may have heard this before, but at the end of the RNC, when him and his family and Melania were on stage, they played an opera song. And I looked it up. The name of the song was Now, excuse me for this. I am South Georgian. Nissan Dorma. And it was performed by Christopher Machio, who happens to be Trump's tenor. Like, not really Trump's tenor, but I guess maybe Trump's favorite tenor. I guess. I don't know. It's what the internet said. But anyway, the name of that song was Nissan Dorma. And this particular song was also played at the end of a movie. Now, I haven't seen this movie, but I'm planning on watching it. The name of the movie is The Sum of All Fears, starring Ben Affleck. Morgan Freeman and Bridget Moynihan is in it as well. But apparently, the plot of this movie, and y'all have to excuse me because I had to take some notes, but this plot is basically, there's a CIA analyst who finds out that Russia's trying to start a war between America and Russia. Well, that don't make no sense. No, it was, no, it wasn't Russia. I believe it was England. There was a country. There was one of them damn countries that was trying to start a war between Russia and America so they would destroy each other. And in them destroying each other, that meant that this particular country, Europe, could rule the world. So that was the plan. Well, at first, the CIA agent, you know, in America, and everybody was told, the president of America was told that it was this particular country. Well, come to find out, no, it was some people in America. And in the process, they were trying to kill the president. So they had this assassination attempt on the president, and he survived. He didn't die. So what happens then is they didn't succeed. And this sounds awfully familiar. So they didn't succeed, and then the president, tracks down who it is and takes care of them. Now, I gotta watch the movie. I don't know what that means, you know. But basically, my point is, all this sounds awfully familiar. Is this what is Trump sending a message? Is this a hint? Is he trying to tell us without telling us? And I hate that. I mean, just come out and say it. I've always, since I was a kid, had a feeling that the world was bullshit, that what I was seeing, you know, not that it was fake, but you know, people just don't come. I'm real. I talk to you the same way I would talk to my mama, the same way I talk to the president, same way I talk to Jesus. I'm me. But, you know, just be real with me. Don't feed me no BS. Okay? Don't feed me no BS. So, is this a hint from Trump? Is this what happened to him? Did he find out somebody had planned this? Does he know who it is? I mean, possibly. Look, they tried to lock him up. They tried to lock him up for bullshit charges. And it didn't work. There were too many failures from the Secret Service. There were failure after failure. And many analysts have explained this in many videos. You can go and watch them. However, is anyone actually saying it out loud? No. Out loud that their plan didn't work? And who is they anyway? When we talk about they, who the hell is they? It's the globalist. It's the swamp. It's the whoever, Klaus Schwab. Well, I'll be damned. I want to know who these people are. But if you think about it, just think. And I'm going to tell you, because I'm not going to hide it from you like everybody else. It's Satan. It's evil. Evil's the answer. It's evil that was trying to get rid of Trump. This world has come down to good and evil. And you got to pick a side. You just can't be on the fence anymore. I mean, it's too late for that, and I'm afraid it was too late for that several years ago. So, obviously, Biden's regime has tried to stop Trump by locking him up, and it didn't work. We could go on and on about that. So, let's knock him off, is what Biden thought. So let's knock him off, because everything else didn't work. Carlson even predicted it. Heck, my fiance predicted it. For years, they've been saying that Trump was going to have an assassination attempt, and he did. So we all can feel something in the air, right? We all feel it. Did we all forget about Hawaii? How come we don't hear about that anymore? What the hell happened there? Have we gotten any clear answers? What about the cell communications, the AT&T going down that time, a couple weeks ago? What was it, about a month or two ago? We wake up one morning and the freaking cell phones don't work. What about Microsoft this week? Was that a test? Is it a test run for what's to come? Or is it just to desensitize us? Because, like I said, these days, nothing surprises me. Does it surprise you? Anytime we hear anything on the news or look on our phone, I mean, is it truly going to surprise you what you hear? Probably not. Probably not. So, I have a feeling shit's about to hit the fan. I don't know when it's going to be. Election season is not around the corner anymore. It's here. And plans that were made didn't work out. Does Trump have a Boeing plane? Oh, yeah. What about Boeing? What about that? That would be a real coincidence, wouldn't it? So, let's also, for a moment, define conspiracy theorists. I mean, I don't really want to get in a lot of detail about that, but basically, conspiracy theorist is a theory that explains an event or a set of circumstances as the result of a secret plot by usually powerful conspirators. Also, they added more. And I'm actually trying to define what Webster's Dictionary. Hang on, I have it right here. I am driving too. So, a conspiracy theory. Okay, what is that defined as? A theory that explains an event or set of circumstances as the result of a secret plot by usually powerful conspirators. And then that they have another definition, a theory asserting that a secret of great importance is being kept from the public, quote unquote. Well, I'm not really that smart, just a little old woman from Southeast Georgia, but I have got an explanation for a lot of things in this world. I have not gotten an explanation for a lot of things in this world, rather. I mean, come on. And the reason for that, in my opinion, is they want to control us. It's all about control. They want to control us. So, they're going to cause chaos. They're going to make us fight each other. So, the left hand can't see what the right hand's doing. They're going to distract us by celebrities, whatever. I mean, little events, Hawaii, all the little things I mentioned earlier, those can be distractions. They can also be trials. How will they further control us? I mean, I'm pretty scared to find out, aren't you? So, I think we just need to bind together, That's the most important point. You know, stick with your friends, stick with your families, have a plan, be prepared. You know, you can say that for years and not do it that you need to, but just buy some beans and rice, okay? You can live on that for a while. Rice is pretty cheap. I can get a 20-pound bag at Food Line for like $20. Less than like $16, okay? So that and beans, we're gonna be fed, okay? We're gonna find us a place in the woods, and I ain't gonna tell you where it's at, but we're gonna find it. Hell, I don't even know where it's at yet, but we're gonna be there. So just be prepared, and you know, this show that we're gonna see between now and November, it's gonna be pretty interesting. Don't let it scare you. I mean, there's people that I know that don't even pay attention to any of it, which is crazy to me. I'll try to teach my kids, like, you need to pay attention to this because this is your future. Your future, the future of America, the future of what you're going to have to live through. And that's what I think about. What is the future going to be like for my kids? And I would prefer that it's a little better, you know, that it's good, that it's, you know, not scary. That'd be good. So, anyway, I'm going to leave y'all on this thought. Well, those thoughts. Just be prepared. Love your family. Love God. Do good. You know, smile. Have fun. Don't let all this shit get to you either. You can't do that. You got to have a life too. So, don't let it consume you. But just be aware. Be aware. And that Trump, fight. Yeah, well, that ain't what I thought he said. I thought he said, fuck that. Fuck them. Fuck that. He may have, and they turned it into fight. But I don't think that's not what I've read on his lips when he said that. Alright, well, if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and I'm trying to make it to 500. That would be great. I think I have 13 right now, so, you know, I do need a few more, but it would be nice to have enough to, like, have lives and stuff. Maybe bring some people on, some of my friends and stuff. That'd be really cool. So, I'll be praying for y'all, praying for all of us, praying for actually, I'm praying for our president, too. I mean, that God would want us to pray for our enemies. And I pray for this country. So, take care, guys. And it's Coco out. Catch you later.